Hello everyone. Here we are back in Johto with a doubleheader, trying to see if we can beat both Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Soul Silver with nothing but a little old Sunkern. Before we jump in here are the rules for the challenge. I can only use Sunkern in battle, no bag items, and I can use any legal Sunkern that can be acquired in the game up until that point, regardless of the odds. This is just here so I can, use the most optimized Sunkern with the best stats possible, movesets, items, etc. So, Sunkern is the Pokemon with the lowest base stat total. Just look at these numbers. Below the baby Pokemon, below Caterpie, below Magikarp. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Also, it's a pure grass type, one of the worst types for this type of challenge, especially for the Johto region. People say that picking Chikorita, the grass starter, is playing on hard mode for this game. But compare the two and it's not even freaking close. Also, remember Sunkern is never going to evolve, and we're going to be in for a real challenge. Between Sprout Tower, the rival fights, Team Rocket, and the first two gyms, all of these things are type disadvantageous for the grass type. Johto is a tough place to be a Colonel, that's for sure. Normally, I have a rule as well about not using stat boosting moves in these challenges, but seeing how Sunkern only knows grass type moves naturally, I will make an exception to this one. The first challenge really exemplifies how difficult this run is going to be. Our rival's team insists of entirely grass resists, with Zubat being 4 times resistant. So I need to raise my special stat 6 times just to overcome our rival. You hate the weak? Well, then you can hate yourself, mate. You just lost to a little girl with only a Sunkern. I thought that Bugsy would be a real roadblock to this challenge, but it turns out I was remembering the battle from Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver. Luckily, in this game, he is bad, and he leaves his Scyther behind until I'm already set up. He's a silly little goose. All we have to do is growth our way up to +6, while his Caterpie just ticks around doing not much of anything. And we got this one in the bag. GG's. Now here comes our real power spike. On Sundays, this girl will give you the most important move for runs like these: Return. A normal type move most every Pokemon can learn that maxes out at 102 base power based on your Pokemon's friendship stat. Really handy for all those pesky grass resists. And honestly, after this point, the next challenge we face is the Champion Lance. You don't need to see me mashing the A button a bajillion times. I just return and Giga Drain my way through everyone else. On second thought, even Lance is not immune to the combo of Return and Giga Drain. Even at this high of a level, I'm still not one-shotting his mons though. But with the Pink Bow item increasing the damage of my normal type attacks, it is still overall a relatively smooth affair. With the champion defeated, we enter Kanto and get another 8 badges. The only one who puts up a fight was Blue. This is the first battle for which I needed to reach maximum level 100. Otherwise, the combo of a flamethrower from Arcanine into a psychic from his speedy Alakazam was just going to be too much. But once we reach the high enough level to outspeed his Alakazam, he falls to the power of the sun and to the power of the Colonel, just like everyone else. Now, there's only one challenge left, and honestly, when I started this challenge, I did think it would not be possible to beat Red. And even if I was able to beat it, I suspected it would need un peu de fromage, shall we say. Alright, so here's the set I came up with. It's not possible, even at max speed level 100, to outspeed Red's Charizard, and it one-shots me with Flamethrower. The item Choice Scarf not being introduced until Gen 4, I had to use the Quick Claw item. When a Pokemon is holding the Quick Claw, every turn, about a quarter of the time, the Pokemon will move first, even if it was naturally slower. So I can outspeed the guy, but if I don't take it out in a single blow, it won't matter. And Return, which is my strongest move even with Stab, just can't do it. Hidden Power, on the other hand, is a move that almost every Pokemon can learn, and it can be any type depending on your Pokemon's stats. If we use Hidden Power Rock and get the Quick Claw boost, we can finish off Charizard before it has a chance to move. Even still, the other members of his team are no slouches, other than the little rat, who's not even a speed bump for us in this run. Venusaur just sets up the sun, doing nothing of value, and we deal with Charizard as planned. After that, between Espeon setting up Reflect to shore up it and Snorlax's lower defense stat, and making me do real low damage, I have to swing the tide of the battle with a little help from Swagger. Certainly not getting any flashbacks from the Hoppip no direct damage run. I wanted to see if I survived a Blizzard from Blastoise, but no matter how many times I retried this battle, it always used Rain Dance on its first and only turn. And with that, we fully beat Pokemon Crystal with the weakest Pokemon, Sunkern. Woo! If only there was an even more difficult version of this challenge I could be doing. If only they did something like remaking the game in a way that would make it more difficult. Oh god. Oh no. Alright, now it's on to Pokemon Soul Silver. In this game, the Elite Four has a stronger version once we beat all of the Kanto gyms. Red's team is even higher leveled, and there are other generational changes, such as the physical special split, and only being able to max out 2 of your Pokemon's stats with EVs instead of all of them, making Sunkern much less bulky and reduces our ability to be a mixed attacker. Still, for some reason I decided to torture myself more by not using any stat boosting moves unless there was really no other way. Alright, for the first challenge. Unlike last game, Bugsy and his Scyther are absolutely brutal. Even with a 10 level advantage, it is faster than Sunkern and has U-Turn, a 70 base power bug type move that pretty much one-shots us. It is holding a Healing Berry, and Bugsy will use a potion on it when it gets to low health, and our only attacking move is 4 times resisted. It really felt like this challenge was already over. But in this game, we have a tool that we did not have in Pokemon Crystal. Grass Whistle. This move has a 55% chance to hit, but when it does, it puts the opponent's Pokemon to sleep, and it is going to be a pivotal move if we are going to be able to make it far in this challenge. We also learn Leech Seed, which puts in a lot of work here, but we are too frail to make much use of it later on. Also, before anyone says it, I know that I could teach Sunkern the HM for Cut, and it would make the fight a lot easier, but I would not be able to delete the HM move until the 8th gym, and we get the move Return again right after this fight. So, I decided to do without it. With Scyther feeling especially sleepy, we are able to take it down, and Bugsy's remaining little cocoons don't really stand a chance. While I wish we could just skip all the way to the champion this time, there is a super annoying battle that took me ages. The final battle with Petrel. Petrel, that guy. The Team Rocket admin? Executive? Executive, yeah, executive. It's the final battle with Petrel when he takes over the radio tower. He has 5 coughing and a wheezing, who are all super physically bulky and either lower my accuracy with Smokescreen or hit me with super effective poison type moves. Less than ideal circumstances for our little hero. I had to level this guy up from 45 to 60, being double the level of his coughings, in order to knock these guys out in one hit. This does not bode well for the later fights of this run. Alright, now on to the champion Lance. I had to get up to level 86 because Lance's Aerodactyl will always outspeed Sunkern and two-shots it with Aerial Ace. So I needed to level up enough to be able to knock it out with move of choice for this run, Hidden Power Rock. I don't have access to the boosting item choice specs until after I'm the champion, but I do have access to the Hard Rock, which boosts the power of rock type moves by 20%. Luckily, his whole team is weak to Hidden Power Rock, so I mow through him without too much effort. Surely the run back will go just as smoothly. Foreshadowing to right now, as Kanto was a joke and we're back at Lance once again. Though this time, Lance made taking on the Elite Four a challenge because the build that we need to beat Lance was so specific and it really didn't mesh well with beating the other fights of the Elite Four. I would have used a physical Sunkern for those otherwise. Here are the moveset and item changes needed for each of the Elite Four members. Grass Whistle is of course the MVP of this gauntlet. For Lance, most of his Pokemon are 4 times weak to Ice this time, so we switched to Hidden Power Ice instead of Rock. Grass Knot 2-shots Gyarados, and Sludge Bomb is the only special move that Sunkern can learn that is strong enough to even 3-shot Lance's Charizard without the use of Hidden Power Rock. And oh yeah, we definitely need to be level 100 for this fight. Typically, in this game, boss Pokemon have neutral natures, maximum IVs, and 0 EVs. Lance leads off with a level 72 Salamence. Its max speed should be 171. Max speed at level 100 Sunkern reaches 174 speed, so we should always outspeed. Huh? What? Huh? Uh-oh. It turns out that for some reason, there are select Pokemon on select boss teams that have non-neutral natures. It turns out that Lance's Salamence has a speed boosting nature because it outspeeds his Garchomp, which should be faster, and more importantly, it outspeeds little Kern here. So, I put enough special defense EVs in so that we always survive a flamethrower. We pray to the Grass Whistle gods. Also, I know that max speed Sunkern still speed tides with Garchomp, but you know, we clutch this. Whew. Not even a little bit close. With that out of the way, we have the final boss and the protagonist for the Kanto games, Red. Now, oh my god, you have no idea how much thinking and prep went into this battle. So many different iterations and problems to overcome. While I did not bring it up earlier, unlike in Pokemon Crystal, Sunkern now has abilities. 2 pretty good ones. The only downside is that they both require the stun to be set up, which takes a turn and a move slot. The first issue we come across is that at max speed, Red's Pikachu and Charizard both outspeed Sunkern. At first, I went with a quick claw strategy like I did in Pokemon Crystal, but the luck needed to get the quick claw procs and to hit the grass whistles and for them to sleep long enough for like 3 turn knockouts each was unrealistic to say the least. Instead, I decided to use Sunny Day to turn off the hail and double my speed with the ability Chlorophyll. I also decided my best chance was to allow for boosting moves. In this case, Swords Dance. With 2 Sword Dances and holding a Life Orb giving all of my attacks a 30% boost, I will knock out all of Red's team in one hit. What do you mean his last Pokemon Blastoise is faster? No way it's one of those sneaky Pokemon with a speed boosting nature instead of neutral. Okay. Fuck it. It is what it is. It should be speed 162, and Sunkern is 166. We should be faster. It has a speed boosting nature. So Sunkern cannot outspeed Blastoise unless the sun is up, which means I need this Sunkern build instead. This Sunkern holds a Heat Rock, which extends the length of Sunny Day from 5 turns to 8, so that I can still outspeed his stinky Blastoise, who of course always comes in last. This means that even when I get to switch to an attack boosting nature instead of a speed boosting one, I need 3 Swords Dances instead of 2 to knock out everything on his team in a single hit without the Life Orb item. Which now means I need to dodge 4 Iron Tails in a row.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! 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 Aw, dang it!
Woo-wee! Suck it. Sunkern is the GOAT. Beats the base game easy. But with some planning and luck, even red goes down. With that, I can confidently say you can beat Pokemon Crystal and Pokemon Soul Silver with just a Sunkern. It hurts so good. Anyway, if y'all have any ideas for future videos for me, please leave a comment below and let me know. I've always got more brewing up in this noggin of mine, so stay tuned. Peace.